As we get closer to the glaciers, let's define them. Glaciers are defined as moving layers of ice. With their own patterns and cycles,
They also are part of the water cycle. First, let's talk about how to make a glacier. Glaciers need three main ingredients: snow, time, and cool temperatures. Being in a rainforest helps to provide lots of snow in Glacier Bay. We get about 70 inches or 1.7 meters of rain per year. What we experience as rain at sea level is snowing or freezing rain in the mountains. Glacial ice forms from the compaction of layers of snow, similar to when you're playing in snow and you go to make a snowball. You smush the snow in your hands to solidify it into a ball. The more compact, the harder it becomes, which, as many of us know, is best for throwing at siblings. We need cool temperatures for the snow to last year after year. Depending on the glacier and its location, it can take anywhere from 5 to hundreds of thousands of years for glacial ice to form. This
Hello everyone.
of time in our glacial
Avery here,
ice.
Southern Fried Knowledge. Ooh, hang on, there's a big piece right there. If I could turn it around in time.
Glacial ice to form.
Did not get that. Maybe I did a little.
This process
That was a big old little piece of ice.
Continues over many
Anyway,
years, where this
we
massive
are
pile of ice grows so
making our
large
way
and heavy, the
to
gravity
Marjorie
causes it to
Glacier
slowly start
in
sliding down
Glacier
the mountain,
Bay
using the
National
path of
Park,
least
or
resistance.
Glacier National Park.
Now that pile of ice is moving, it
Glacier
has officially
Bay
become
National
a
Park.
glacier. As glaciers are moving downhill, their ice and rocks that they pick up are grinding against the rocks beneath it. This creates friction, and friction creates
Still a
heat.
couple of hours out, I
As a
think.
result, it causes ice melt
We're
at the
headed
bottom
there.
of the glacier, which lubricates the bedrock to create a very slow slip and slide.
Trying to make it through today. I've had a bad couple of
A
days.
glacier cycles through periods of
Some
advancing,
bad
growing,
salmon
to
on an
retreating,
excursion
and sinking. This is dependent
on
on
Monday.
many factors, including
Was sick as a
seasons,
dog all day
precipitation
Tuesday.
amounts, and warming temperatures.
What do you mean, Gimmel's dog?
Glaciers
Come on
primarily
now.
grow in the winter as
Subject
snow
lost.
accumulates
Spin
within
it.
the mountains.
There
Then
you
in
go.
the summer,
Don't look
they
for
go
the
into
subject.
what's called an ablation period, which is when the glacier loses ice from melting, capping, and
Anyway,
evaporation.
where was I? Yeah. I think I got a bad piece of salmon Monday while we was on an excursion to another glacier and some whale watching, and then we had a meal. And I think the salmon done me in. I actually had a double dose of salmon because the wife got some and she didn't tell her to give her any. So I took hers. She don't eat salmon, so I ate 2 servings of salmon, and I was sick as a dog all day Tuesday, which was yesterday.
How has this shift in cycles impacted you?
Hello folks, it looks like our ice floats is getting a little bit thicker as we get closer to the glacier. We're still a little ways out, I think 1 to 2 hours, not sure. You can tell the color of the water. It's like bluish, greenish, gray or something. I don't know. Y'all tell me. No, even a little nippy. Again, everyone, over here. It looks like I'm laying in bed taking these shots. I am. Still not feeling good. Been sick for a couple of days. But doesn't mean I can't try to enjoy the scenery, even if it's from bed. Don't really feel like getting out and going out on the ship and looking around. Maybe it'll get better. Uh-oh. Didn't like the sound of that. Wife's coughing. Turn it off a minute. Alright, everybody. I'm going to stand on the deck because I care about my viewers. Know this. I am sick as a dog. Over here, I think that's a glacier.
Throughout the day, you may notice the color of the water, the beautiful tropical almost teal color throughout the day, and the lighter, almost silvery color in the glaciers. The water is filled
A little
with
nippy out here.
silts or glacial flour. Glaciers hold on to hard rocks that drag across the bedrock, grinding the rocks like sandpaper. This grinding action
The video is taken during this time may be shorter than normal because I don't feel good, y'all. I do not. Please enjoy this footage.
When we get to Marshall Glacier, sometimes you can see streams of silted water coming from the base of the glacier, looking like murky brown stripes. Even around some of these big, bergy bits, especially the darker ones.
Wonder if I climbed to the top of that peak if I'd feel better. Like nice brisk little walk. You reckon the boat would take me over there and drop me out on them rocks? Yes, that's the sounds of death. My head's spinning. That's all for right now, y'all. Thanks for watching. I will be trying to post videos throughout the day. Some pretty little waterfalls. Oh, there's a bigger one. A bigger waterfall. There's a little one there, and there's a little tiny one over there. Somewhere. You can get it with this little bitty screen. I can't find it. There it is. Baby one. Mama one. And daddy one. Hey y'all, we about to play chicken with another boat. That would make for an interesting video if we didn't pull out. That must be the other boat leaving the glacier. There's only 2 boats a day allowed in here. I'm guessing that's a Pacific Princess. It's on the other side of the boat from where we're on the right side. I know sea dogs out here will be saying starboard or port or something. I think it's starboard is the right. And y'all tell me how stupid I am in the comments below. Yeah, he's taking a wide berth. We're not going to be able to ram. Maybe we can turn and hit him broadside. Whip out the cannons and do pirate warfare. Still sick. That's starting to look like a princess. I believe I see the blue wavy hair on the bow. Yeah, I noted the difference between the stern and the bow. It's just the port and the starboard that sometimes gets me. I think we're on the right, and I think that is starboard. I hope y'all can see that boat. This thing don't have but a 4x zoom. That is definitely a princess. And we've seen a couple different princesses in the ports. Yeah, you little tiny boat, you better stay away from us. We don't take no crap off of no little boats. We still haven't made it to the main glacier viewing, the Marjorie Glacier, if I remember right. We'll be at the Marjorie for, I think, 4 hours, 3 or 4 hours. If I was out on the deck, the Rangers are out there, and the Rangers are in the crow's nest, which is a pretty cool viewing area if you didn't want to go outside. It's up above the bow, enclosed. I'm never going to be able to read that, not unless I whipped out my cell phone on Zoom. That is a princess boat right there. It's scared of us. It's running away. It's seen us coming. It took off because he ain't supposed to be up in here with the big dogs. Well, we held pretty straight and he turned, so I say we won this game of chicken. Losers. I'm not looking at my watch, but I still think we're about an hour out. Maybe less. Goodbye, other boat. The boat is gone. Now, zoom back out. I bet none of the other vloggers vlog when they're feeling like this. But I care about my viewership, all 29/27, because I'm 2 of you. Hopefully, by the time we get home, I can post all of this. I haven't posted anything the last 3 or 4 days. We've been busy. I've been sick. Let's spin her back around. Look out the window. Not a whole lot going on out here right now. I'll zoom it. That's all I got for zoom, y'all. Sorry. Some kind of little flow right there. Well, I can't believe Dustin ain't coming over here and trying to pan for gold where this comes out. It looks like a little further.
National Park, you wouldn't be allowed.
Well, nobody will know he was up there because he's got to go up there where the water's at. But I bet. Oh, here we go with an announcement.
The glaciers are coming into view. Straight ahead of the bow of the ship, you can see Grand Pacific Glacier in between the hillsides. It's not going to look like what you'd expect. Grand Pacific is almost completely black in color, looking like a pile of rocks.
Yeah, that one don't look cool.
That's a glacier.
That's a Gothic glacier. It's all black.
Why is it so dark?
I think it's dead ahead as a glacier. I think our Marjorie Glacier is going to be a lot better looking.
Let's talk about its name.
There's several glaciers out here in Glacier Bay.
We're actually looking at. Some say Ferris Glacier and others say Grand Pacific Glacier. If you look at your park map, you'll see that Grand Pacific is at the very top of Tar Inlet. If you look at the zoomed out map, you should be able to see Ferris Glacier, which meets Grand Pacific on the left just above the park and U.S. boundary. It was previously thought that Ferris was feeding into Grand Pacific and contributing to the dirty face. But recent aerial images have shown that there is a significant stream between Grand Pacific and Ferris. There are a lot of intricacies to glacier nomenclature that I choose not to bother with. I choose to call this glacier the Grand Pacific Glacier, but you could always ask the other rangers on board and they might have a different opinion. Regardless, as both glaciers are grinding down the mountains, they are picking up lots of rocks and sediment, which causes the ice to be so dark. Additionally, there have been a lot of landslides that have dumped rocks and dirt onto the glacier. In some places, you can see the texture of glacial ice in the lighter gray areas. This glacier is also grounded, or no longer a tidewater glacier. Because of this, it almost never calves, so there is no new ice to be revealed underneath. All of these put together make the Grand Pacific Glacier very unique and provide an opportunity to learn about this glacier's journey or cycle.
So if you leave a glacier alone, it'll just turn black. That like glacier cancer. I think they said that's dirt and stuff washing off the mountains and rocks falling in and dirties up the ice. But that right straight ahead of the bow is a glacier. And it's just a black one. I say we go over there with a hammer and chisel or some ice picks or something and chisel down and see if we can find some clear colored ice or white colored, whatever, the blue stuff. I think I should go up to the bridge and tell the captain some of my ideas. He might like them. Or he might put me in the brig. They probably got one of those. I don't want to find out. Look out of our balcony over there. I'll try to go out there every now and then. I do apologize for not getting y'all great, outstanding outside shots, but I don't want to get around people feeling like this, not knowing if I'm contagious. So until I feel a little better, and obviously I'll wear a mask if I do, so don't tell me no crap in the comments. If I go out, I am wearing a mask until I know what this is. Hopefully you can get some decent views out my window. Yeah, I overlooked that big doorpost, but you could see some stuff over there, right? If I went out on the balcony, you could see better, but I'll get dizzy standing up, so it's going to be a little while before I can do that. It's going to have to be something really good before I stand up and go out on the balcony. Deck 11, supposedly a good viewing area. Crow's Nest. 5, which is the deck we're on, the Gershwin deck, is actually the bow access. It's been closed except for the day that we go to the glaciers. It's open today. That is what you would see off of the bow. If you notice some little bitty dots at the bottom, that's people standing on the bow. I don't reckon they let you walk right up to the front and do the Titanic crap where you got your wings spread out and acting all stupid and such. And that's the bow view. That'll tell us. I think we're going to come up here and turn around and go back to another spot to find the Marjorie. I don't know. They're not really giving us a good heads up. This little map tells us where we are. I can't find my remote again.
Tell me what.
It was on my stomach. Wife will straighten me right out. I'm trying to get her to go somewhere and go do stuff. Because ain't no use both of us staying in here missing all this. We ain't never going to be here again. And I just can't force myself to go out there right now because I feel so bad to be out there throwing up or something. I don't want to do that until I feel a little better. Now, let's see. There's our location. I think I can zoom. We're dangerously close to Canada. I don't know where the Marjorie is. Maybe it's back over here. Those two chutes over there, that big wide one. I don't know. Or maybe that's it all the way up in here. I thought we was looking straight ahead. We must be looking at that. That's not a real accurate assessment of how the map is going, I don't believe, but oh well. What is our speed right now? We are at 9 knots, so we're about half of what we normally run on sea days. I think is 18 knots. They can go up to 23 or 24. Oh, you're good. Okay, that's enough of this one. When there's something to see out the front, I will certainly let you folks know. Let's see if I can get this remote. It'll give you a headache. Oh, she's making announcements, and you have to be to the bow camera before you hear it, and it's a 3 or 2 second delay. Hear her out there in the hallway. We can't hear it in here. When I hit that, we'll hear it.
We'll be moving into 2 o'clock in front of a lone iceberg that is on land. They're right at the shoreline, moving towards the right. But they're right in front of that lone iceberg that is by itself. To the right of that clump of icebergs that are all on land.
Huh?
Something on land.
Well, we should have our binoculars out, I guess. If we're gonna stand out on the deck, or if you want to go look, you could take the binoculars with you. I can zoom better with my phone. This thing does not have the greatest zoom in the world. Hopefully the Pocket 4 will by far exceed what the Pocket 3 could do, but I won't get one for probably about 18 years. Maybe there's a software upgrade. That would be nice. This one's been around for a few years. I don't want to say how many, probably 2 or 3 if I was guessing. I don't know how long this has been out. I guess I could look it up. Usually if they was like Samsungs or iPhones, they'd pop one out every year just to get you to turn around and go back and buy another one. But these things ain't cheap, so I guess it's good that they don't. I'm going to get my viewership up before we do that. That is all for now, folks. Be back shortly.
That is to follow. I also encourage you to soak in your time here at Marjorie Glacier, as it will never look quite the same as it does today. Marjorie will continue on in its cycle. Currently, Marjorie is retreating about 50 feet a year, but only about 10 years ago it was stable. Many of the tidewater glaciers in the park have their own unique cycles, none of them exactly the same. Do you have any unique cycles or habits that are only yours?
That says that's Marjorie.
Oh, is it?
I didn't think it was black. Yeah, maybe we'll get a little bit closer. We're still moving in. I'll be back in shortly.
See where the drops going in the front right here?
second level, there's a piece right there. Yeah. Look at the very bottom of it. What looks like ice on it? Yeah. But it was. Yeah. You know where we were talking about the ice at the bottom over here? Where I was telling you it looked like ice at the bottom? It's to the left of that. Closer to the water.
Actually ever so slowly rotating clock.
Okay, America and world. I apologize for that lackluster glacier. I guess I'll have to go to Antarctica to see a white one. That looks like a big pile of rocks to me. But that was a glacier. Don't take nothing away from that. Sometimes they're black, sometimes they're snowy white. we'll see some of the ice flow shortly when we turn around a little bit more. Looks like we're parked here for right now by looking at the bow camera. Let's spin this around and zoom it in again. We're kind of parked here for right now so that we can get a little bit of a look at it. The captain's supposed to be steering the ship around so everyone can see it from their staterooms that has a veranda at least. Maybe I'll get to see some of that blue ice when it breaks off in calves. I do see an ice flow right there. So maybe when we turn around we can see some of the blue chunks of ice, because that's pretty when you can find that. I don't know if these things are black certain times of the year or what, but that looks like a big stack of rocks. But it's ice, so that's interesting to know that there's that much ice stacked up over there, and it's very much deeper than what you're seeing. It goes way down, carving out the valley, which y'all know about glaciers. I know very little, but anyway, this is what I see. Thanks for watching. We'll try to get you, gonna see if we can spot some of that blue ice later in this video. Maybe we can. It's a beautiful blue color. Might work better with the sunshiny day. It's not raining, but it is kind of overcast, so that might affect it some. I'm pretty sure the sun shining on that black glacier ain't gonna make it turn white, but it's a Darth Vader glacier, I reckon. But anyway, we'll be back shortly. Thank you. Hello everyone, I just had a thought. You see this stuff right here on the TV screen? I could go out there and show you. But this right here is a glacier. There's a little bit of white shredded in there. Most of it looks like a pile of black gravel. My thought is, why don't they get a couple of Zambonis to go over and polish it up every day? I mean, you know. Yeah, I know it's probably not possible, but get up there with a water hose and wash it off. Because every video I've ever seen of this glacier in particular, it's a beautiful white glacier. Today, it decides to be black as smut. That looks like a pile of rocks. Not complaining. I realize there's ice under there, but it's a little bit of disappointment after you hear so much about, ooh, how beautiful the glacier is. I beg to differ. Maybe I'll be more cheery when I'm feeling a little better. Maybe. Hello. Update everyone. That rocky looking crap over there that we was calling a black glacier, maybe there is another glacier here. It don't look as big as that, but at least it's white. I don't know if that's what we're supposed to be looking at or what. Almost looks like there's some boats over there too. You can see it on the TV, but we hadn't quite turned that far yet. We're turning now. You can see that on the TV. That takes away from the disappointment of Darth Glacier, the dark one. Let me go out here and see this a minute.
They have boats in front of this stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the size of boat. Yeah, they have video on it too. I was telling Mark, back on these, taking a video of it. She
Yeah, that's
fell
better.
into the water.
There's a lot of boats out there.
Look how big this goes up.
There you go. Now that's my idea of a glacier.
James?
That makes up for that poor performing darkness that was over here. That gunky gunk over there looks like a stack of rocks, but this looks like a glacier. Check out all the boats over there.
It's alright if I'm in your way.
Well, you're not my way. I'm reaching. won't fall out of my hand. I would be dead. Notice I'm holding it with two hands.
Those boats are close.
Huh?
Those boats are close.
This what?
Those boats are close.
Yeah. Wonder where they come from to rent one of them, huh? That would be cool. Yeah, this makes up for that poor underperforming Glacier we had a moment ago. Much better. Much better. Can I bring a bag?
No, I don't know if that was us.
It must have been that door clicking. Yeah, I don't have it closed.
Yeah, it could have been one of their doors on either side.
The only thing that make that better if a couple of wheels popped up between here and that boat. Is that a boat over there? Right there.
Maybe. I don't think I'd want to be that close if that thing decided to calve. It's gonna have
Yeah,
ice and stuff pushing.
that's not that bad. That might not be a boat. That one is for sure. Those big chunks there. It's kind of like a whale popping up or something. Guess I need to get my phone and take some shots. I can zoom in better. Alright folks, I can't hold this thing over the railing. If I drop it, wife has a rifle bullet just for my head, so I'm not gonna drop this one. I'm gonna go get my phone where I can zoom a little and try to put this on the same video. My phone has 100 times zoom, this has 4. That's just messed up.
After this, we can go order a pizza and open the windows.
Some gulls flying around out there. Maybe I'm getting it. This screen's like an inch. And this pocket camera here. DJI Osmo Pocket 3. And if I had Wi-Fi, I could open up the app on my phone and I could see what I'm shooting. This is too small to see, especially for an old man. The little boat is gone. Like we are turning. Or are we? Maybe not. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's impossible to get a bird in the frame. There's a bunch of birds out there, but you can't see it. I don't know if I'm getting them or not, y'all. Gotta be getting lucky somewhere here. Birds are flying right by the ship, and I can't hardly get them in this screen now. I think he's just doing that to mess with me. 'Cause he knows I can't zoom on him. So, that's a much better glacier than what we was looking at a minute ago. I feel a little bit of redemption. A little bit of a big blue one over there. You can get that bird. Yeah, right by the boat. You can't never get them though. The sun's trying to crack out there, y'all. It sure is.
You want me to take your shower again with the sunshine? Come on. Let's do it. You gotta do it? Okay.
That'll probably do our Glacier view. I hope you enjoyed this. Well, that looks better than that first one we was at. This looks much better. Hope we can catch some of the blue eyes when we starting to pull out. Okay, folks, we are underway. Little chunks of ice floating around. I wish we could go in there and scoop some of that up. Put that in a mixed drink. Look at that. I hope you're getting that. Oh, now.
If you missed the bear sighting earlier, they are still there. Right to our left, on about, I would say, beginning to 10 o'clock, if the hour is 12 o'clock. Right behind that big iceberg that's brown stripes in it, and then 3 little icebergs that are around it, so they're on land. There is one of those brown bears walking right in front of one of those icebergs. So keep your eye out over there. You should be able to see those brown bears if you missed them earlier.
piece of us. There's a little piece of us.
Stay rest of your trip and wish you safe travels wherever you're headed to next. I will be on the mic one last time in just a few minutes with closing thoughts.
Pretty blue water. Check this out. That's pretty. Find that little piece of ice right there. It's hard to do it with this little 1x screen. I think I got it. A little baby piece of ice. That's Glacier over there, I believe. I think I'm getting it. Yeah, right in there. Yeah, that's another little glacier. Wonder if it'd make me feel better since I've been sick. Take a stroll up that little peak right there, up to the top, plant a flag. Somewhere out here there's a bird. I don't know if I'm getting him. A gull, I believe. Way back over there. Check that out. That's pretty way back up in that valley. Hold. Glacier with a cowlick. Well, look out here's a second. That one looks tall. That one actually looks about 3 times as tall as that other one. That one's a hybrid. It's not white and it's not black. But you can see the whiteness there. Kind of cool how that stuff forms that. Yep, still sick. supposed to be in Ketchikan tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be staying on the boat all day or not. Y'all keep your fingers crossed. This is the room service dessert we got. Yes. I don't know if I can eat it, but I'm gonna try. It is definitely a sick day. My wife's getting sick too.
Stern's got some positive before I shut down the system. We need to get the Japanese out of the air.
Well, at least it looks good.